Okay. Okay. I'll edit whatever needs to be edited.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
Whatever. I just feel like it feels weird to just not just talk, but also I understand that I have to address like the audience or whatever.
I mean, yeah, I guess only because it's the first episode, but it's not going to be like this every time.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, it's the first episode, you have to be like, this is the podcast, these are our names, this is what we're doing, etc., etc. Unless you just want to, like, jump into and just start talking about shit. I mean, that's possible, too. It's ours, so we can make it whatever we want to make it, really.
Right. I don't want to do, like, a whole lot in terms of, like... I want it to be relatively casual. Like, I know I'm particular about the art, and I want the audio to be good and stuff like that. But generally speaking... No shade. Just a preference.
Not be shit,
Just a preference. Your audio is perfectly fine on yours. Just not what I would prefer. What was I gonna say? Are we doing names?
If it's really up to you. Would you like to say your name? How would you like to introduce yourself on the first episode of our podcast? Hello. My soul is immense. My aura is an enigma. I am unknown to all. Invisible. And I'm called by some... I've been called the old bugs before, but usually people call me Obi.
What was mine again? The fucking... the old fucking fail. The old man. So bad.
You just had to come up with better answers. I don't know what to tell you.
I didn't keep in mind that it would be for a name.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Well, I should have.
Sure.
Anyways, Ziza? Jalen. Jalen.
That's true.
I feel like I don't use my name enough. I feel like I'm scared to use my name.
I thought you didn't like your name that much.
Huh?
I thought you didn't like your name that much.
I used to not. I like my name. Way more now. It's more so just like fear around like being found, being seen, being searchable, being, all of this other stuff. Yeah, I've never really liked that. But I feel it's important in this day and age. I think before it was just like not wanting to be found and wanting to, if you know me, you know me. But now I think it's kind of morphed into like an insecurity, not wanting to be seen. So yeah, Jalen.
I don't have any beef with my actual name, but people call me Obi, so.
Okay, Obi. Yeah. OBB.
Yes, OBB if you're fancy.
I'm fancy, so.
So you said you didn't want this to be a long one. So should we just get into what you want to talk about today?
Yes. Okay. Podcast starting now.
Oh, none of that. That's not in it.
No. Why would that be in it?
You said you wanted to. You wanted
I
to
mean,
just be like talking. I mean,
it can be. It can be. Hi, hello. This is the podcast. Cosmic Colored Kids. Welcome.
We are the Cosmic Colored Kids.
Yes, welcome. I'm Jalen, as we've discussed.
Yeah, do I have to do my whole intro again? I feel like I was like.
And this is Obi. Yeah. Obi is Obi. Okay.
Yeah. And soul, yada yada. You guys get it. You know.
Right. Yeah. So, first episode, we're talking about movies and shows and stuff and rating them. I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's as I understood it. In the background, I'm going to be working on our art.
Cool. Okay, are we doing rating system first? Are we talking about that?
Yeah, we should briefly go over the rating system since, you know, are you just gonna say yours and I say mine, or is it like a combination of both? Or?
So I feel like ours are basically the same except for the one. The 5 and the 3. So I can go over mine.
Okay.
1, could barely finish or didn't finish, never watching again, maybe should have never been created. 2, worth being created, but not for me. Maybe 1 redeeming quality. 3, maybe 2 redeemable qualities. Probably didn't feel much of anything while watching. Not memorable in any way. Feels like it's been done before. Kind of bored. Actually, okay. Scratch. Oh God. Scratch. 2 redeemable qualities. It's
Okay.
just like basic boring movie. I've watched it. I know it. There's nothing there.
Okay.
4, so bad it's good. Technically still bad though. Rewatchable in my opinion. 5, it's alright. I see why people like it. Likely won't rewatch unless I've fully forgotten about it. 6, it's nice. I liked a lot of it. I disliked probably the same amount. Probably won't follow along if I rewatch, but I could rewatch. 7, it's good. Good movie. Nothing crazy, but solid. Very solid. 8, damn good. Probably won't rewatch except for special circumstances because of the topic or the ethos or whatever.
Sure.
9, almost perfect. Will rewatch. Maybe one thing off that can't be ignored. 10, perfect. Wouldn't change anything. Probably makes my heart do a whole lot. Feels good in my heart.
So I noticed something about your ratings. Is this specifically for just things that you watch? Movies, TV shows?
So I'm sure it could be applied to other things. You know, change some words around. Because when I was looking at your list, or one of them, you know, I saw Chick-fil-A and I was thinking, okay, where does Chick-fil-A go?
Sure.
On mine. And yeah, I'm sure it's a 6. Like it can apply to other things for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should have done the smart thing and pulled up my list while you were.
Right. That's
I
okay
didn't, but
though.
it's, it's fine. I can get to it. Oh, here it is.
8.
Okay. So, this list is for anything that
Excuse me.
can be rated. It can be for entertainment to consume, like movies or TV shows or music, or any of that kind of stuff. It can be for food. It can be for if it's something.
So yes, I have this rating system that I made. I worked on it for a while because I wanted it to not only be like a rating system that you use like when you feel personally about something. It takes subjective and not necessarily objective, but like takes your own personal feelings and tries to mix them also with like looking at something critically,
right?
Trying to critique something.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be used for more than just entertainment. Food is the other example I think of off the top of my head.
Yeah.
So I was gonna pull it up on my phone, but my phone is a finicky little thing.
Yeah.
So here's the list. It's a 10-point scale, by the way. You can use this at home if you enjoy it. I want this to be the list that everyone uses.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like this should be the list.
Should it?
So, for one, this is like the worst category on the list. I called it literal vomit. I'm not married to that name.
Oh.
Yeah. See, the reaction you get there is the reaction you get from a 1 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
This thing should not exist, right?
Right.
If it were up to me, it would not exist.
Right.
It's literally bottom of the barrel. It fails in every aspect. Everything that it tries, it fails at. And then we have a 2 out of 10, which I just have just bad, very bad.
Mm-hmm.
This is good. A 2 out of 10 is different from a 1 out of 10 because it's pretty much just like very terrible except for like 1 or 2 redeemable qualities, right?
Sure.
You can stomach it. You can get through it once and you're like, okay, that was bad, but like, all right,
It's done. I did it.
Yeah. I got to do a quick pause here because
Okay.
I don't have the second. Let's see. Okay. Named them 2 different things that I found.
It's okay.
Okay. Yes, this is a better way to talk about it. Okay.
Okay.
So a 1 out of 10, as we talked about, it's good for the name. Fails in every aspect. So in terms of like watching something or like consuming it, right? If I cannot if it's on TV and I'm not in control, if I can't turn it off, like I'm gonna leave. Like I don't want any. Please.
Yeah.
No. And then for 2, the bad, not bad. This is something that you despise, right? You'll finish it if necessary,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna be complaining the whole time, right? And I'm
Mhm.
not gonna come back for seconds either. Like I got through it, sure, but I never will again.
Right.
Then we have a 3 out of 10. This is something that it's quite bad. It's pretty bad, but it's not like the others before. This is something that I personally would not subject myself to like myself unless it's like making a video or something and I gotta slog through it.
Mm-hmm.
But like let's say something's on TV and like I'm bored, so I'm gonna watch it. But like
So
I wouldn't put it on myself. I probably would not like go back and watch it a second time.
Right.
It's it's got good qualities technically. It's not like across the board bad. There's things that are good about it, sure, but at the end of the day, it's ultimately irredeemable.
Mm.
But you know, I will consume it if it's there. So then we have a 4 out of 10. This is the good bad. Bad things that are good. You know, certain aspects of this thing are enjoyable, but most are not. It's still below average. 5 for me is the average. That's where I start with the list. 5.
Mm-hmm.
Might be consumed again. Like, you know, if it's been a while, you've forgotten about the quality. You know, that's where 4 is. It's good bad. Sound like you were gonna say something?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Then we have 5, lukewarm. This is something that is it's neither good or bad. It's right there in the middle. It doesn't really cool you. You don't dislike it, but you don't really like it either. It's just really there.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
You might see it or do it or whatever once or twice, but you know, it's forgettable. Who cares? It's a 5. And then we get into above 5, above average. So first we have 6, which is bad good. So we have good bad, lukewarm, and then bad good. These are things that, like, you know, it's the opposite of good bad. It's technically good, yeah, but there's still a lot wrong with it. The kind of cornerstone of this for me is that this thing doesn't hold up to scrutiny. The more you look at it, the more you adjust it, talk about it, whatever, it falls apart.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's still good. Like, don't think too much. Just do it. You know, whatever. It's good. Then we have 7 out of 10, which is a middle good.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that is, yeah, this is nice. It's enjoyable. You know, this is a thing that I actually like. It does have its faults. Don't get me wrong, but it is nice to come back to every now and then. This is a medium, middle of the line good thing. And then we have an 8 out of 10. This is something that is excellent. You know, it's very good. You can consume it every now and then. You'll most likely get through every time without fail. You know, and this is where it starts to be like, you know, this is on a favorites list. You know, whether it's a watch list or a playlist or whatever.
Yeah.
This is where things like that begin to reside. A 7 out of 10, I would say, is on the list, but not necessarily in like a playlist. Like, you know, if we're speaking of songs, it's in my library, but it's not in a playlist.
Hmm.
You know?
Interesting.
Yeah. And then every once in a while I'll be like, damn, I haven't heard that song in a minute. And then you go look for it, and you're like, oh yeah, it's good. Yeah. And then we have a 9 out of 10. This is the pretty damn good category. This is almost perfect, but like you said, there are flaws that cannot be ignored.
Yeah.
But again, this is top tier. This is cream of the crop right here.
Right.
This is something you don't skip. It's on, or it's on the plate. You get it. You consume it. It is good. You'll even repeat it depending on what the thing is.
Right.
You know,
Or
like
eating.
if the song you might play back to back, whatever. And then of course we have the 10 out of 10, ultimate perfection. There's nothing wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think also can kind of fit here. I'm not too sure. Something that's just like a personal favorite of yours.
Sure. Yeah.
It's something that you can't see being better. Like it fits you perfectly.
Right.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Okay. Cool. I think it's basically the same. Again, it's just the 3 and the 5.
Sure.
But apart from that, we're on the same page. Yeah.
I would say so. Yeah.
Love that.
Your 3 is my 5. My 5 is your 3.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I didn't make like a list of movies or nothing.
Sure. Well, we can go through and do like one
Examples?
or two movies for each. Yeah,
Okay.
each title.
Are we starting with 1 or with 10? We're starting with 1.
Gotta start with one.
Yeah,
Come
we're
on.
starting with
They
one.
can wait for it, you know?
Okay, I couldn't really. So I tried to think of examples also. I couldn't think of any ones. That's tough.
That's good. I'm glad that you can't. There's never been a thing. Okay, if we're just sticking to movies, there's never been like a movie or TV show that you've put on and just you couldn't even get through the whole thing. Like you had to stop. You're like, this is so bad.
I feel like there definitely has been, but not that I could remember.
Sure.
And I think it would have been like when I was like a teenager or early adulthood. Because I think I'm a lot more selective now. But yeah, I can't think of anything off rip at least.
I can.
Okay.
There's this little movie that I really enjoyed as a kid. I really enjoy it still now as an adult. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's called Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
You've never seen Atlantis? Are you serious? We didn't watch Atlantis?
We might have. Atlantis, the first one?
Yeah.
I don't remember it like that.
We're not talking about that one yet. That's not important. That movie's great. The second movie, however, Atlantis: Milo's Return, 1 out of 10. I was watching my nephew some years back, and we watched Atlantis, and he loved it. I was like, yeah, man, hell yeah, of course you do. And it was on Netflix, and so was the second one. He was like, "Can we watch that one?" I was like, "I've never seen it, but we can put it on. We can see." We just saw the first one. Why not? Oh my god! Especially seeing them back to back. I promise you, I didn't get. We didn't get more than like 10, 15 minutes in. I was like, "Can we turn this off?" He's like, "Yeah, we can turn it off."
Oh.
It was.
That's
a 1 out of 10.
I wonder how far apart they came out. That doesn't surprise me. That the second one is not great, but
yeah, I'm gonna make a YouTube video about it, as you know. But,
I didn't know that.
No?
I didn't realize it was on the list of movies, or maybe you did tell me and I just forgot.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You hate me this time.
I don't, but anyways. But okay.
Yeah, there's this sequels won't always live up to the original movie, which is like,
Sure.
it's fine, that's whatever.
Yeah.
But there is this noticeable sequel that happens every now and then, where it's just like vastly different than the first one, right? It's like it's different animation, it's different voice actors, like no one returned from the first one. It's like, what the fuck happened here? Why is this so bad? And that's what the video is about.
Gotcha. Alright. 2?
210. What do you got?
For 2, I have New Moon. That was my example.
Really?
We spoke about this briefly before. I really don't mess with the other Twilight movies besides Twilight. And New Moon to me is the worst one. It is so uncomfortable to watch. I understand its necessity, like it's a part of a series. I get that. And some people really love Jacob and getting into all of that, and I just think it's so gross to watch. I really don't like it. I'm not doing the objectivity thing though. I don't know objectively how. I think it looks visually way better than the first one.
You can't know it objectively. That was the wrong word to use. It's more just like there's like, oh, I'm just sitting in a movie theater, how do I feel about this, and then there's like critical analysis.
it's hard for me to critically analyze these movies, the Twilight movies.
I think that critically, New Moon improved on a lot. Because like they probably had a bigger budget, you know,
For sure.
Twilight really popped off, and like,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. You finished talking about New Moon, and then what we should do is, if it's a thing that we've both experienced, the other person should also read it.
Did you watch New Moon?
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
Are you finished talking about it?
I am finished talking about it. It's icky.
I'm actually, I haven't seen it in a little while, but
Oh my
I think
God.
I'd actually give New Moon a 4 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You wait, no, not okay.
No, that's not okay.
You would put it in the same category as Twilight, the first
whoa,
movie?
Whoa! I didn't say that. We didn't talk about Twilight yet.
We haven't talked about Twilight. Yeah, okay.
From what I remember, the last time I saw New Moon, to be fair, was on Cosmonaut Picture Show. And it's a blast to laugh at.
It
is.
is.
It is. And it is
That's fair.
more, in terms of like filmography, it is a lot more impressive than the first one is.
That's
the
fair.
lighting is fixed, you know, the effects are better. I give it a 4.
Okay. Okay. Your example for 2.
Of a 2. The Phantom Menace, which I know you didn't see because of me. Star Wars The Phantom Menace, I give it a 4.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because we watched the Star Wars movies together, and I was like, you don't have to watch this one, it's okay. That's why it's a 2. I've seen it, I don't need to see it again. Even though I've seen it multiple times, but like as an adult, I'm like, I don't want to watch that movie again.
I still gotta get into it. I gotta see it.
Yeah, we have to watch that at some point, so I will have to.
I think
see
it'll be
it again.
fun. Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
It might.
It's not even like fun to watch to laugh at.
People say that it is. Again, I haven't seen it in a very long while, and I'm mostly just bored. I'm like,
Oh no.
I don't enjoy this.
Yeah. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, so that's my 2.
Okay.
Alright, give us your 3.
I also didn't have a 3 specifically.
Okay.
But I think of like the feeling that I get with certain Marvel movies, the feeling I get with like Fast and Furious movies and certain dramas. It's like, okay, we're doing this again, you know?
Sure.
Especially like action-y movies, because that's not really my favorite genre or anything. It doesn't do much for me to see like cars driving fast and explosions and stuff like that. So there's not really that to save it. Yeah. Are you talking? No.
No, I wasn't. Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
Please continue.
I'm done.
I heard. I heard cars driving past and explosions, and then my shit kind of bugged out on me, but it's okay.
Oh boy. This rinky dinky website.
It's fine, you know. We'll do, you know. We'll do it.
Post.
What did I post? What did I post?
Yeah.
Okay. My 3 out of 10, which is your 5 out of 10, goes to, this is a show, not a movie. And I've gotten a lot of hate for this in the past, but I stand by it.
Okay.
The Legend of Korra. And
Okay.
it's
You've gotten
tricky
hate for that?
There are Legend of Korra lovers out there who think I should like the show, and I will say that one leans more on subjective than objective, but
Sure.
or not, but critical or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Personal than critical, I'll say that. So it's all subjective, but a lot of things go into it, right? I think if we're just looking at kids movies, just across kids shows across the board, right? Core can easily be like anywhere from like a 5 to 7 out of 10.
Sure. Yeah.
But as the sequel to Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Well, you have to detach it.
you can't. You cannot. It does not exist separately from Avatar: The Last Airbender. It just doesn't. It uses the same world. It is the same creatives. It is very much a sequel. Knives Out and Glass Onion, you can separate those two.
Okay. I disagree. Okay. So when I tried watching Korra the first time, I was like, oh God, no. I'm not doing this. And then maybe like a few years later, I was like, okay, I have to watch it as if it's completely separate. Do not compare it. Do not try and like put it into this category with Avatar. It is not Avatar. Nothing will ever be Avatar. It's not possible. That's fine. Let me watch it as it is. And it's...
See, I hear you.
Okay.
But they made Avatar. Is it the same guys who made Avatar?
Okay, but like in terms of... I hear you. Awesome. Sure. Not great. But... Okay, to be fair though, your 3 is my 5. I would place it at a 5.
Sure, okay.
Yeah. So we're basically on the same page.
And I would also say, like, if I can truly detach it from Avatar and look at it like it's something completely different, I can maybe give it a 6. Something that, sure, is technically, like, good, but it's got too many faults.
Sure. Alright. Cool. 4?
Ladies first?
So... I have Twilight at 4. But I don't know if our 4s are actually as similar as I thought previously.
It's lovable. So I made 2 lists and I was reading off of both of them. The thing where like you wouldn't consume regularly, that's not true. Lovable trash, you would.
Okay.
I want to make that distinction.
Then yeah, Twilight is my 4. I understand that it is not good, but it's a fun time to watch. I watch it often. Probably my most rewatched movie. I'm trying to think if there's another movie I would put here. I haven't rewatched, I know you haven't seen it yet, but I haven't rewatched Morbius, so I don't know if it would go out of 4. But like, my first time watching Morbius was genuinely enjoyable because it was so bad and it was just like a fun time to goof on it.
And you didn't pay to see it.
And I didn't pay to see it. So yeah, those are my 4s.
So I can't put Morbius. I know everything about the movie. I've heard many people talk about it, but again, I haven't seen it, so I can't.
You have to experience it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I do. However, are we drinking beer? Is that what's going on here?
It's just beer that I didn't finish from before.
You didn't let me know. I didn't know we were doing a beer thing.
I just like, it's sitting here and I don't want it to go to waste, so I have to drink it sooner rather than later. We can do a beer thing, my fault.
Yeah, I actually placed Twilight at a 6.
Really?
Twilight's a 6 out of 10. Because I
Wow.
feel like you have to really look at it like, yeah, again, it's a messy movie. But it's got a lot of heart. It captured an entire fucking generation of little girls and boys.
It did.
And it spawned an entire I guess Harry Potter did it first, but I feel like Twilight kind of made it known that, like, yeah, you can turn any book into a movie series and make a two-parter of the last movie, even if it doesn't really need to be one. And we can make it happen. We can't really look past Twilight's success within society.
Sure.
I give it a 6.
Okay, I would like to. I didn't mention it before because, like, I didn't want to confuse the listeners or whatever. But I also have on my list, we discussed this earlier, that my 4 being so bad it's good means that it could also be a 6 depending on the context. So it makes me happy that you put it at a 6. It makes me happy that you put it at a 6. That's good stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Do you have another example?
Of a 4?
Yeah. Also, this podcast is going to be long as shit.
You know, they're going to have to fucking deal with it, I guess.
Yeah. You know, listen to it while you run an errand or something.
Yeah, I'm sorry I said fuck. I don't know if it'd be that good.
I have a potty mouth. I will work on cussing less, though. I'm trying to do that. But anyways.
The other thing I've written down is not a movie.
Okay.
But I can kind of like just think off the top of my head and think of something else I enjoy but isn't good.
Do both.
The other thing I had on the list was candy.
Candy at a 4?
Candy is bad good. It's not good for you, but it's good. It's bad though.
Yeah, but it's so good.
Yeah, it's like lovable trash. There you go. It's lovable, but it's trash.
Okay, sure.
Dynasty Warriors is lovable trash for me. It's guilty pleasure. It's a shitty ass game series, and I keep coming back.
Sure.
I've played 3, I've played 4 Empires, 5 Empires, a little bit of 6.
Jesus.
Don't really play any 7. I think I played 7 maybe like once or twice. 8 Empires, 8 Extreme Legends. I think I played 7 Extreme Legends, and now I've even played 9. Thankfully, I've only bought like maybe 2 of those, so I haven't sunk a lot of money into it, but I've definitely played it. A lot of time.
That makes sense. I feel like for both of our examples, there's also a lot of nostalgia around them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Things we liked as children, and then growing up, like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good stuff, though. Okay, so 5 is alright stuff. My 5, your 3.
No, well, your 5 is my 3, but my 5 is my 5.
My 5 is. Where does my 5 go on yours?
Your 5 is.
My 5 is.
We already did that one because we already did 3. So our 3s and 5s just switched, but right now we're at 5. So I'm going to talk about my 5 anyway. Even though your 5 is my 3, I'm still talking about my 5. You know, does that make sense?
Right, but I haven't talked about my 5.
Yeah,
I'm getting confused.
Like, yes.
I'm getting confused. I'm just going to talk.
5,
Anyways,
yeah.
my 5 is The Last Black Man in San Francisco. That's the only one I could really think of. You know, I think it's... You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, I thought you had.
I've seen it floating around, and I'm kind of just like, eh.
It's very... Like, I really love the acting. I think it's a very beautiful movie, and, like, the general storyline, I think it's, like, worth exploring, and, it's good, but I was just like, most of the time I was kind of, my attention wasn't really there.
Sure.
I feel like I would rewatch it if I eventually forgot about it, but yeah, it didn't do a whole lot for me. But I understand like why someone would really love it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I didn't put a movie here on my 5, which is unfortunate.
It's okay.
I can,
Excuse me. Oh boy.
I could really quick try to look for one.
Sure.
Or try to think about one. But what I did put here was Domino's.
Domino's Pizza?
Yeah, I don't love Domino's, but I'll eat it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Sure. I'll eat it.
Movies that I felt lukewarm about, movies that I didn't think were good or bad, and just there. I think I could put Ant-Man at a 5 out of 10.
Really?
I'm looking at a list of movies I have, and I'm still an A, so I saw Ant-Man, I was like, yeah.
That's
sure.
kind of high. I haven't seen it. Ant-Man?
The first Ant-Man movie.
Oh, I don't know about the first one. I've never seen any.
We're not talking about Quantumania. That was,
okay, that's what I was thinking of.
Or somewhere down there. It's low.
I don't think I've ever seen the first one, but okay. 5.
Yeah, it's like very mid-tier Marvel. It's kind of just like, the graphics are good. Like when he goes into subatomic world, it's kind of like Doctor Strange. That scene when he like sees the universe. When he goes into a string trip. Like it's like it's reminiscent of that, which is cool. Again, that wasn't really done in movies back then.
Sure.
Other than that, like, it's boring. The comedy's not funny. I really like Paul Rudd as an actor. He's funny.
Yeah.
And the character's cool. Funny. But I like him better in Civil War. Like Ant-Man's kind of just not a great movie. It's not. There are definitely worse ones, but it's like fine.
Okay. Ant-Man. Cool. 6. I know you haven't seen it, but the second Avatar movie, I would say, is a 6. It's
Oh, you're gonna catch heat for that one.
I don't fucking care. I think it's incredibly beautiful. Like that was the main reason why I enjoyed it so much. I'm a nature girly, and so like all of that was really great and like really spoke to me. But everything else, the entire plot, just like some of the details, it was just weird and not problematic.
Sure.
But yeah, I thought it was, if you truly shut your brain all the way off, I think it's able to be enjoyed.
Yeah, 6 is the brain shut off category. I haven't seen Avatar: Way of Water. I saw the first one. I just couldn't get into it. Like
the first one, I really don't remember.
I get that the protagonist is like it's like a silly, goofy, like he's like a fucking anime character, basically. Like I don't know.
Is he? I don't remember that, but okay.
Like I just can't get past the whiteness of it all.
Yeah.
Which we don't have to get into now, but
sure.
Oh, I'm gonna live in a native body and it's
fucking weird. So weird. Scary.
And now, he's just been accepted into the white savior has been accepted into native culture. He's got his little native babies now and his little native family. I don't get it.
Yeah, he's like I'm this leader. It's like
I'm not watching this movie, bro. I don't care if you crush your human skull. That doesn't matter to me. I don't. Yeah. So, but I gotta give them credit that rejecting whiteness is like that's something to strive for, right? It's
right.
As a person of Caucasian descent, of white descent, you want to descent from whiteness because it's a construct. But like,
I just don't know how well it was executed.
Yeah, I feel like is dissenting from whiteness the same as like integrating into another culture? I don't think that it is. I don't know. Because even like we're going on a tangent, but like throughout the movie, he still felt very white to me.
Like
Right.
the whiteness
It's
of it all
really-
was still
right.
very much there.
Right.
Yeah. So
Even though you do your little, little,
you braid your hair and you.
you braid your hair, you do the dances on Friday nights, you dance with the tribe, you're all flowy and nice and sweet. You still got the white
Yeah.
mindset, which
Right.
is where it really is. So, yeah. Not interesting.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I don't care how many movies you got planned out, Mr. James Cameron. I'm not gonna go watch
He
them.
should stop. It's really not worth continuing. It's
He's
really not
gonna.
worth it. So insane.
Oh man. Okay. I haven't seen it, so I can't rate it.
Yeah.
6 out of 10. I put The Force Awakens. If you shut off your brain, great movie. And there's a lot of things about it that really work.
Right.
I like Finn, the simping stormtrooper. That's
Yeah,
fucking awesome. And he's black, which is great. And it's not like shoved in your face black, like, oh, look at this black hair. He's just black. It's just
Yeah.
good. It's not political. It doesn't have to be. Kylo Ren is great. The Sith with the pull to the light. That hasn't been done before. That's awesome.
I love Kylo Ren. I really do.
Yeah, we stand Ben Swallow. He's a great guy.
It's cool.
Rey, I like Rey. I know a lot of people don't like Rey. I like Rey. I think she's fine. I know you don't.
I don't. She rubs me the wrong way, but it's fine. She's fine.
I think we got a great cast in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Jokes are mostly okay, but it's like, yeah, it leans on nostalgia heavily. Heavily. The bad guys.
Excuse me.
There's, without getting too much into like Star Wars and its faults, I just feel like the bad guys suck. And it's like, they're not threatening. When you scrutinize the movie, it's not as great. But if you just sit and watch it, it's like, yeah, it's a fun little romp.
Yeah.
I hope the next ones are as good as this one.
Cool.
Yeah.
7. 7 is good. I have Glass Onion as my 7. I also have The Social Network. I feel like they're solid movies. There's flaws for me personally, but they're good. Undeniably good.
I feel like I saw The Social Network the one time as a kid when it came out.
You haven't seen it again? Really?
I have not. It's probably a 5. I don't know.
Sure.
Very forgettable. I think Andrew Garfield was good at it.
Which one's that one? The main guy?
No, the second guy. The main guy.
Oh, the Spider-Man guy.
Yes, Mr. Spider himself.
Yeah, he was alright.
Glass Onion at a 7.
Yes. At a 7.
Whew. You're hurting me.
I know. I'm sorry.
You're hurting me.
I just.
Glass Onion, I want to put at a 9.
Okay.
Almost perfect. It's not perfect, and I'm sure they can improve on things. We gotta imagine. Okay, so for one, this is during COVID.
Okay.
So that's gotta be factored in. Other movies we got during this time, like fucking Tenet, which should be fair. I haven't seen, but most people hate on, so I assume it's. I am gonna watch.
I want to
it.
watch it. Yeah, it's gotta be
I want to
watched.
see it too, but I hear it
Yeah.
wasn't the theater saver that people thought it was going to be. The twist of it not being a twist is the perfect way to bring a twist to Knives Out, because everyone's expecting the double twist. Knives Out did it so perfectly, and you're like, okay, I'm ready this time. I'm looking for all the clues, and they literally give you everything in the beginning. You're listening to this guy speak, you're like, that's not a real word, but it's okay. I'm rolling with it. And you... And yeah, it does that excellently.
Sure.
There's things to be said about these new movies that are like, oh, billionaires are bad, as they're made by these big, humongous ass companies. But still, I feel like I like the message it has.
Mm-hmm.
Miles Brown is an idiot. Elon Musk is a fucking idiot. And I feel like the world needs to know that. We need to stop fucking glorifying these people. They're dumb. The wealth does not equate intelligence.
Sure. I love that you love it. That's all I can say. I don't want to shit on it.
Acting with some great actors. You have what's the name? Lamar something. Leslie.
I don't know anyone's name.
And then the one chick. What's her name? She's
What's her name?
Janelle Monáe.
Yes. That's her name.
They're great in it. I like what's his face? Which I can't remember his name. I like him as Benoit Blanc. He's a great character.
Mm-hmm.
I like these. I'm ready for the next in the saga of Benoit Blanc, of these unconnected mysteries that he's got to solve.
I'm excited for the next one. I think it really was just like this particular. We talked about it a little bit again, but the visuals, the aesthetic, the focus on the billionaires of it all. And granted, the people in Knives Out were also rich as hell, but
sure.
It just it was a lot more gaudy of a movie, and that really took me out of it.
I think if we watched Glass Onion first, we would have liked it more.
Probably, yeah. Yeah. But alas.
Yeah. Did I get my 7s?
I don't think that you did, no.
I shall. For 7?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have a show here. Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty is a 7.
Okay.
It's good.
Excuse me.
It's not great. It's good. I enjoy it. I've seen all the episodes. I don't go back and watch it as often as I haven't seen it in a minute. It's okay. It's fine. You haven't seen that though, so
no, I gotta watch it.
For a movie for you. What would I give a 7 for? Did I give a movie for 6? I did. Force Awakens. I'd also place Wakanda Forever as a 6, by the way.
Mm-hmm. You said Nope was a 7 previously. Do you stand by that?
Okay. Nope was nice and enjoyable, but not without flaws. I said flaws. Faults. Medium of the line good. Nice to come back to every now and then. A part of a library or collection or whatever. Yes, I would say Nope fits this category nicely.
Okay.
It is a good movie. Don't get me wrong, but it's not for me, man. It's fine. I feel like it could have been so much more than it is.
How? I don't know if we should get into that, but I feel like it does so much, or there's so much happening. Maybe not.
Yeah, I feel like there's not enough happening. I feel like everyone keeps saying there's so much happening, and I watch it, and I'm like, am I an idiot? Because there's nothing happening.
I don't know.
Also, surprising lack of black people in this movie. I don't want race to be a whole thing, but it's literally just
that. I don't know.
Sister.
Yeah.
Dad dies immediately, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's I don't know.
Not great. That's not his whole thing. I don't want to place that on him, but Us, Get Out, we're all very I mean, I
Yeah.
guess Get Out had a bunch of white people in it, but
But still, like, what it was about and the main characters. We got the guy and his friend. Lakeith has got to stay in that role there. You know, feels like they were put where they could be.
Right.
And this one, like, I feel like, since that was such a white-centric story, there had to be, he had to be in a white area surrounded by white people. And this one, like, the guy who came to repair their security system or whatever, he could have been black. He could have been a black dude.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I just not to get into not to make that a whole thing, but
no, but it's felt. Yeah.
So where do you place Nope?
I place Nope as an 8. I really enjoyed it when I watched it. I understood a lot to be happening. I don't know if I'm the fucking idiot. I don't know. I think too, when I watched it, it was during a time when I was watching a lot of like deep sea videos, and I was like,
Sure.
oh my god, so much is happening in the ocean and it's so pretty and cool. And then I see this alien and it's literally from the ocean, and I just like I was in love with the alien when I saw it. That like made a lot of the movie for me. Again, aesthetics and all of that are very important in my ratings, and so that helped.
How
For
old
sure.
is Keke Palmer? I feel like every time I talk about this movie, I wonder this.
I feel like she's like 30.
29. Yeah. Yo, that ain't too old. Yo, Keke.
Yo, she in the in the movie. Whatever she wants. Yes, ma'am. She was so pretty. And the outfits and like, yeah, the whole vibe. Very nice.
She's got a kid. I'm cool with being a stepdad. It's fine.
I mean, she seems pretty happy with her husband, but like,
Is she married?
I think they got married. I don't know if they actually did,
You're
but
certain.
they've been together at least for like 2 years. I feel like they are at least engaged. I don't know. I see her on
Well,
Instagram
if there's
sometimes.
like someone there, and I'm like, I'm not gonna intrude, but I'm. Just
There
saying.
is someone there. The father is there.
That's good.
Yes,
we
that's
love a
really
present
great.
father.
Yeah, they seem happy. Anyways, 8.
8. Would you-
I ate. I have nothing to add there. I ate Nope. I ate The Menu, and I
I did
ate
not see.
Banshees of Inisherin. I agree. Banshees is an 8. The Menu. Okay. Side note.
Yes.
My favorite genre of movie or show or whatever is food centric. I don't know if we've talked about this.
I think you've said so before.
I love it so much. I love it so much. Like, I think that's, again, I just finished season 1 of The Bear. Food being the central or the thing that holds like all these other themes together, it speaks to my heart so much. The Menu, because of other reasons, can't go any higher, but the food part of it like really bumps it up. Banshees
you
is
also
solid.
placed Banshees on 8. I placed Banshees on 8 and 9.
Yeah, you did.
It's a 2.
No. Because when I was rewatching it with you, I still think it's like a really good movie, but was I like as like in love with it as versus the first time? No, like it wouldn't ever be a 9 or a 10.
Sure.
But I think it's very good. Yeah.
Yeah, so I also put that at an 8. I'm also gonna put Candyman at an 8.
Okay, I would agree with that.
Good solid movie. Not very much to say though.
Sure.
Not necessarily that I think there are things that it could have improved on. Like, I feel like when we bring the whole perfection thing into like, only things that are 10, like I don't have a reason for everything else. Like, this and this and this could have been done better.
Right,
but
right.
It's an 8.
Yeah, it feels like an 8. Yeah. Alright, cool. 9. I have quite a few for 9. I have Knives Out as a 9.
Sure.
I have The Last of
Why
Us
is
TV
Knives
show.
Out not a 10?
It's so the 10 part of it being like it like speaks to me specifically, and it's for me and that feeling. I don't feel that with Knives Out. I thoroughly enjoy it. I don't know what could specifically be improved, but in terms of it like moving me or touching me, it doesn't do that. The Last of Us. Yeah. The series.
The show, not the games?
Not the games. The games it's been a minute since I've seen playthroughs of the games. I want to say they're 10s, but like I don't know. I can't definitively say.
Sure.
But the show, I put at a 9. Ponyo. You know Ponyo? I put Ponyo
Nope.
at a 9. It's a Studio Ghibli movie. I just think it's so lovely. It's really great. Get Out, I would put at a 9.
Wow. Okay, just start from the beginning because I gotta rate these as well. Also, I didn't know we were doing TV shows if we had movies. I put Mr. Robot at an 8, by the way.
I would agree with that. Also, I think, or maybe like
Could be close to a 9.
8.5. Yeah. But yeah, we can do TV shows too. So Knives Out, The Last of Us, Ponyo, Get Out, and
You're going too fast. One at a time. We're gonna rate them too.
oh, you're gonna okay. Knives Out. Knives Out. Go.
I gave Knives Out. I gave that a 9. I agree that it's not like a personal favorite.
Mhm.
Okay, so it is a personal favorite. But it's
Oh,
not like when
okay.
people are like, what movies do you love?
Right.
Knives Out isn't like, oh yeah, I love Knives Out. You know the movies that are on that list. Excellent movie though. Very,
Yes.
very good. Brings mystery back and refreshing. Next.
The Last of Us.
10.
Okay. Ponyo, you haven't seen. Get Out.
So I feel like film-wise, Get Out is amazing. I feel like society-wise, it started a revolution.
It did.
It was like, holy shit.
It really did.
Get Out was huge.
I'd be forgetting about that. It like shifted fucking everything for people's
People
perception.
still talk about the sunken place. Like,
Yeah.
It's a part of our identity, our culture now.
Yeah.
It doesn't stand up to like rewatches, I don't think. But still a very solid movie. I maybe give it like a 7 or
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I see that.
Maybe an 8, because I'm not gonna say that like, it falls to its faults. Maybe an 8.
Okay. Alright, and then this last one, I really don't know. It might be in between a 9 and a 10. I have Annihilation as a 9.
Oh, that's a 10 for me, baby.
I think it's just like it's a product of its time. I understand that.
That's the weird thing about 10s is that they can have faults.
Right, yeah.
There's 2 types of 10s. actual perfect thing.
Okay, so I think it's a personal favorite 10.
Okay.
But not a perfect thing 10. The visuals, when we recently rewatched it, really weren't as, at least the first half of the movie weren't as stunning as I had remembered them to be.
That's good. You gotta eat some shrimp. I don't know what you're talking about. That shimmer? I feel like yeah.
Like the when the guy and his body being like a part of nature now, and he's dead, and his skull is like that in the pool, like that to me was like okay. When the one lady, she becomes like a plant person, in my head that was like so much more beautiful of a scene than when I saw it.
She just disappears.
But even like the as it slowly like starts creeping up her veins and stuff, like it was still really pretty, but just not as ethereal as I had remembered to be. And maybe memories are just like naturally more ethereal. I don't know.
And your memory got a lot to do with that.
I can't hear you.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like headphones.
Yeah, you sound really far from the computer. I don't know why.
I'm not. Okay.
Are you sure you're in your headphones?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Mm.
Basically, you're saying you've created a lot more like magic in the movie in your memory than you realized it wasn't all there when you went back to rewatch it.
Yes, at least again only for the first part. The second part still goes crazy.
The climax of the movie.
Yes, and even like the beach and yeah, I think all of that is nice. Your 9s?
My 9s. Yeah, I got a few 9s as well.
Okay.
I got no, that's a 10. Sorry. Where's all my 9s?
I don't know.
I thought I had more than this. It just says Comedy Bang Bang, which I don't even think is a 9.
Oh no.
Maybe I have a lot of 10s. What's a 9 for me? I didn't prepare for this at all.
Nor did I. I'm looking back at our discussion.
Look back at it, yeah, look back at it.
You said the Batman you give an 8 or a 9.
The Batman, I give an 8 because like it's really great, but like I feel like I'd probably be a 9 if I was a Batman fan. Like
Sure.
as a non-fan, like whatever. It was good, but like I'm not gonna come back and watch it anytime soon.
Okay. You said D&D was a 9.
Yeah, D&D can have a 9, man. I feel like video game movies often get a bad rap, or if at best they're lovable trash.
Right.
This has been the year for video game movies. Super Mario Bros. I guess started with Sonic. Sonic was like the first one, or Detective Pikachu, where people were like, video game movies can be good. But this has probably been like the best one in my opinion. It's not a video game, but it is a game.
Yeah.
As a fan of Dungeons and Dragons, it really just captures the heart of like you watch that and you're like, I want to play D&D now. Like the adventure, the mystery, the intrigue, the action. The characters are really great. The acting is really great. The visuals are really great. I love the fat dragon.
Yeah, he's good.
The comedy is great. Yeah, I gave it a 9.
Yeah, solid. I'd probably give it an 8. You know, I enjoyed it slightly less than you do, but I think it was a very good movie. Very well done.
I give Puss in Boots a 9 as well. I remember that.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's no Miles Morales in terms of like pushing animation to its very limits,
Mhm.
but it's definitely like we can see this clear departure from normal animations, like different animation styles and the action scenes and stuff,
Yeah.
and like you can see the anime inspiration there.
Yeah, for sure.
The the plot is very good. The characters are very good. You can tell from the beginning that the wolf is deaf. At least it's. I caught him pretty quickly to that. So that reveal didn't like surprise me, but like still great character, and like
Yeah.
I did not expect the fucking Puss in Boots movie to like deal with Puss's existentialism and like I'm like what the fuck is happening? It was really good. It was really good. The annoying side character thankfully wasn't as annoying as they always can be.
Yeah.
You know,
He was
he
good.
was definitely
He was
he was funny at times. He was
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Funny
I
little
liked
guy.
him.
Yeah.
Funny little goober, isn't he?
Mhm.
I gave it a 9, man. Great
Mm.
movie.
Mhm. I think I give that an 8 also.
Critical.
I don't. It's just. I couldn't even like specifically tell you why. It just doesn't feel as good as other 9s feel.
Sure.
The animation was really, really sick. Storyline good. I don't think it felt different enough from other. Is it Pixar? Animated movie. DreamWorks, Pixar. It didn't feel different enough for me. And maybe that's just like.
Movies.
I don't. Sure. But like like it still the structure felt all very.
Sure. Well,
Yeah.
it's a kids movie.
Right, exactly. That's what I was just gonna say. Like it's also a kids movie, so like it can only do. I mean, I think kids movies could go crazier than they go right now, but that's a whole other discussion.
Other DreamWorks movies you might know: How to Train Your Dragon,
Never seen it.
Madagascar, Kung Fu Panda, Trolls. Okay, they recently they haven't been so great. You know, they used to have like Shrek, Prince of Egypt. Now they've got like Trolls, Boss Baby.
Oh God.
Yeah, stuff like that. So yeah.
Sure. It was still good though. Still good. Just not a 9.
Cool.
Yeah.
Those are my 9s.
Okay, 10? 10!
Baby! Give us your
Okay,
10s.
so for 10, I have a new edition, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Woo!
Woo!
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so good.
Thank you. You guys don't know, but she scrutinized this movie so much. She was like, what did you give it before? What was it before? Was it 10?
I'd probably have given it a 7 before, which is crazy. Like, I knew it was good, but I was watching it with my brain. I wasn't watching it with my heart.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And I watched it with my heart, and it's a 10.
With your heart and a little bit of shrooms, too.
Oh, well, yeah.
You can cut that out if you want to.
Oh my God. I mean, we might talk about it at some point anyways, whatever. Spider-Verse 2, also a 10.
Hey.
Visually, so fucking good. Story-wise, like, I wouldn't change anything. I would not change anything.
I'd change something.
Okay.
I'd make it 5 hours long.
Oh,
I want to sit in the theater all day.
Just
Not
5 hours of that
movie.
animation. Oh, right.
Okay.
The 2 movies. Yeah, I don't feel as upset about that as Obi does, but just so good. I'm excited to see it again.
And when it comes out in 10 years.
No, it's gonna come out. I think it's coming out soon. I think it's coming out in August on the Pewters.
I'm talking about the third one.
Oh, I'm not talking about that. I said see it again.
Yeah.
Anyways, I have Ratatouille as a 10.
Okay.
The original food movie that started it all for me. It is
Really?
a perfect movie. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of any other food-centric movie I watched as a kid.
Sure.
I know my favorite DS game was Cooking Mama, so it definitely spanned other media. But yeah, Ratatouille wouldn't change anything. I think it's just so good. It makes my heart happy.
I didn't know you were a Cooking Mama fan.
I was. I tore Cooking Mama up. That's all I have. I feel like there are more 10s, but those are the ones that I immediately thought of when I was doing the rating system. So.
Alright, let me go through your 10s. What was the first one again?
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Easily a 10. Yep, agreed completely, wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Spider-Verse 2. Or you have more to say?
1 and 2 are 10s. I don't know how you just skip 1.
I don't remember 1. I really don't. I need to rewatch it, but
crazy.
I was supposed to rewatch it before I went and saw the second one, but then, time and I'm going
Time
already.
you'll be doing
So
that.
yeah. So
Yeah. 10, agreed. No notes. Amazing movie. We've talked about it on my podcast, so we don't have to. I'm not going to get into it too much here, but just know that it's incredible. Nothing about it needs to change except don't split it into 2 movies. Just make it one 6-hour adventure. I'll sit in the theater. I don't care.
I
I'll see
would
it twice
too.
in a day.
yeah, same. Ratatouille?
I'm not as much of a Remy fan as you are.
Oh my god.
There's nothing wrong with the movie. It's just not personally one of my favorites. It can be at like a 9 or an 8. It's somewhere around there.
Okay. I thought you were going to say like a 6.
No. Especially, the subtext around like, rats and class, I feel like is
Yeah.
important.
Mhm.
Not a lot of Pixar movies dare to do that. It's mostly just like, follow your dreams. And it's definitely, that's still
It's
here,
still-
for
yeah.
sure. But, we're getting into some grittier stuff here, which I think is important.
Sure.
Soul is somewhere on this list. That's maybe like Soul's maybe a 9. You haven't talked about Soul. Soul's a 9.
I think I would agree with that. Maybe an 8.5 for me. I guess I'm doing 0.5s now. I don't know if it's a full 9, but it is very good.
Now doing 0.5, right?
I guess. I get stingier at the tail end here.
That's fair. I gave a lot of 10s. You ready to hear them?
Yeah, go.
Coonskin.
Mhm. Right.
Now you haven't seen it.
I will see it though.
No one's seen it.
Right.
Stop what you're doing right now
Go watch Coonskin.
and go watch Coonskin. Do it. I don't care how you get it done. I don't care if you gotta pirate it. I don't care if you gotta YouTube it. I don't care if you gotta. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Try one time.
Mhm.
Go watch Coonskin.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else I have on the list? Annihilation.
Okay. Yeah.
Arrival.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
The Lighthouse, I think, is a 10.
Really?
It's a 10 for slightly. That one isn't a personal 10. A lot of
Okay.
these are like both personal and professional 10s. Lighthouse is more of a professional 10, maybe like a personal 9. But man, the the way they shot it on the film and like the way they used the darkness and the shadows and like oh man, it's so artsy. It's beautiful. There's not another movie like it, man. It's great. Yeah, I give Lighthouse a 10. Do I have anything on my 10 list that I'm forgetting here? If we're talking The Last of Us, shows and games. I personally like 2 more than 1. I know people hate to hear that. Star Wars: A New Hope. Empire Strikes Back. Both 10s.
Okay.
Atlanta, the show.
Oh, yeah. 10.
Easy.
100%. Easy.
Yeah, I got a lot of 10s.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff out there. Thank goodness.
There is.
Yeah. I don't remember the Star Wars movies enough to speak on them ever. Or like even remember them by name like that, so I won't speak on those. The Lighthouse. I've said this before. I want to watch The Lighthouse again. I want to give it another try. Based off my first experience, I would probably give it. I don't know if I can even say. It felt like a 7.
Crazy, huh?
It felt like a 7. But I don't know. And again, like it's maybe not a movie that's not for me, you know? And
Sure.
that has to do.
You've never been a young man stranded on a lighthouse island?
No. But I do want to try and watch it again. It might a 7 might be a bit harsh.
I don't remember what I gave The Heart of a Fall. I think that's maybe like an 8 or 7. I think it's a 7. I don't remember.
I think I would give that an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some stuff I don't love, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I talked about that one in the other podcast as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I got, I think.
Me too, I think.
Any media that you are thinking about that you haven't placed?
I don't think you've seen it. The Triangle of Sadness.
I've not.
I liked it when I first watched it, but I don't know if I would like it upon rewatch, really. So I think I might give that a 7. I think it's a good movie. I think it's talking about some good stuff. I don't want to call it gimmicky. I don't know if that's a fair word to use, but it's just not, I don't think, very rewatchable.
Well, what about if you think it's gimmicky?
Just like the structure of it and like the archetypes presented, like it's also like a very long movie. I don't know if I think I would feel that length a lot more second time around. So maybe 7.5, 7. I'm not sure. Somewhere in there.
That's fine. I haven't seen it, but I believe you.
I think that's the only one. Abbott Elementary.
Oh.
I don't know.
Habits is 6 for me.
Really? Explain.
I like it, but I kept running into issues because my brain wasn't turned off.
Mm-hmm.
People think of 6 as bad because they're thinking of like a high school grading scale, right? 60 is failing. 6 is above a 5. 5 is the median. It is it's an above average show.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, no, way too many faults. Right? You gotta turn off your brain if you really want to enjoy it.
I get that. Yeah. I hate to admit it because I know what it's trying to do, I think, and like. But yeah, maybe a 6.
I've said before, I got so much more in like the 1 or 2 scenes of school that happened in Atlanta than I ever got out of Abbott.
Yeah.
I gotta rewatch Atlanta.
Me too. I haven't rewatched it in so long.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Especially now that it's finished, so like we can watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Start to finish. It's gotta be done.
I don't think you've seen it, but I watched Blonde. It was like the movie semi-based on Marilyn Monroe's life. Okay. I would give that an 8 or a 9.
Okay.
It was a very good movie. Very well done. Very like visually stunning. And I think maybe the rating's so high because I didn't expect it. I kind of like I underestimated the movie.
Sure.
I kind of do that with any sort of like biography. Biopic. Thank you.
A biopic. I don't know how to say that.
Who's to say? But yeah, I thought it was very good. I watched that earlier in the year.
Nice.
That's all I have. Without getting into shows, but like I feel like we should just maybe.
Yeah, it's fine. We can leave it at that.
Yeah.
But you know, you know what else we can do that's pretty cool?
What?
Since this podcast is just going to be us just sitting and chatting.
Yeah.
You can end the first episode wherever.
Right.
We can just keep chatting.
Yeah.
Keep recording. If there's something there, it's a second episode.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier. Just like, fuck it, we ball, we record. Yeah. All right, let's end this one, and then whatever.
Goodbye. Get out of here.
Goodbye. Thank you for joining us.
Get out. Get out.
I love you. Bye.